This is so scary, dude.
Okay, tighten your whole body right now. Just tighten everything really intensely, like as hard as you possibly can, like you're taking a giant shit. Like really everything, like your toes, everything. Okay, relax.
Okay. I get really sad sometimes. And when I get really sad, I think about my two options. 1, fake my own death, or 2, cause my own death. When I was 15, I would bang my head against a wall because I couldn't remember what the square root of math was. To me, pi equaled 3.14 seconds of time it would take to eat in actual pie. It equaled apples, peaches, pumpkin, chicken pot pie, cutie pie, pie hole. Bye-bye, Miss American Pie. It made 0 sense to a zero like me. If I am greater than X, then why did we break up? Just solve the equation, the teacher cries, and I try to think in digits, but instead it turns into the number of nights we ran into the ocean screaming, the number of times I fell in love with boys, the number of times I fell in love with girls, the number of times we fell into each other's arms with the chins on the left shoulder because she said, that way our hearts can touch. The number of seconds it took for our blazing bodies to collapse onto grass or sand or mattress. Fingers in mouths, fingers in noses, fingers in toasters, fingers inside everything but textbooks. The number of days he stopped looking into my eyes, the number of times my parents were disappointed in my behavior, the number of pills I took to stop banging my head against the wall because I was so sad about numbers. About 1.5 years ago, I got really sad again. People on the internet hurt my feelings and I let them. While my friends, IRL, were out feasting with kings, I was left alone, a night in a cave, knees shaking. I always thought I was sad about numbers, but now words. Out of nowhere, this shrewd oppressor, Billy Bully, reaches out from my monitor and sucker punches me right in the jaw. He then grabs me by the collar of my shirt and says, "Listen to me, girl, you're dirt." As it turns out, the negativity has a face, and in that moment, it was my own twisted grimace. I had been gazing into a mirror of contempt and insecurity that became valid because I heard things like, I just want to bend her over my lap like the slut she is. She would sound a lot better on mute. You're getting so fat. This girl is dumb. Get a nose job, get a boob job, get a better job, kill yourself. Kill yourself. They say sticks and stones may break your bones, but words can never hurt you. Well, that's not true. Words are what made me pick up a knife, and I held it to my throat in a moment of weakness. And I imagined those faceless people, the ones that were tearing me to shreds, and I thought, who hurt them this badly? This was never even about me. Yeah, why are we all so nauseatingly affected? When the knife falls to the floor, barely missing my bare feet, I blow kisses to my reflection because all I'm missing is balance. Instead of reaching for something to hurt me, I reach for something to help me, and sometimes pills do, because maybe some of us are wired differently. And I refuse to hide my sadness. I'll wear it as a badge of courage in my fight for happiness, and it's okay if a Prozac a day keeps the monsters at bay, because when I'm sitting alone at a coffee shop and I look up from the book that I'm reading, I think, wow, this is what normal feels like. Words, both callous or cordial, are just words. And numbers really aren't so bad either. Like the number of times he simultaneously held my hand and the steering wheel. The number of times my parents told me how proud they are of the woman I've become. The number of laughs my sister and I shared as we ate pie straight out of a garbage can at 1 a.m. So what's the problem, the universe asks, and I reply with this. The left side of my brain departed from the station, traveling at a speed of 65 miles per hour. Later, the right side of my brain departed from the station, traveling in the opposite direction of the left. It was going 75 miles per hour. After the left side had traveled for 1,780 days, it was only a few miles away from the right side. How long did it take for both sides of my brain to man up and get back on those pills? The answer, asking are we there yet when we hadn't even left the driveway. All right, I'm done.